తెలంగాణలో పచ్చదనం పెంపు కోసం ముఖ్యమంత్రి కేసీఆర్ ఎన్నో వినూత్న కార్యక్రమాలు చేపట్టారు. సీఎం కేసీఆర్ నేతృత్వంలో రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వ చర్యలతో పచ్చదనం 24% నుంచి 31%కి పెరిగింది అని రాష్ట్ర ఐటీ పరిశ్రమల శాఖ మంత్రి కేటీఆర్ స్పష్టం చేశారు. హైదరాబాద్లోని గ్రాండ్ కాకతీయలో ఫారెస్ట్ నేషనల్ వర్క్ షాప్ ను రాష్ట్ర అటవీ శాఖ మంత్రి ఇంద్రకరణ్ రెడ్డితో కలిసి కేటీఆర్ ప్రారంభించారు.
They reel out all the statistics. They tell you everything that there is to be told, so therefore there is not much to say for the one who speaks, either the ultimate speaker or the penultimate speaker. And Mr. Reddy has a tough job of trying to repeat a lot of these statistics, but I'll not go too much into detail. In fact, Somesh ji has stolen my speech. बहुत कुछ बोल दिया उन्होंने, तो you have stolen my speech. And since you have your batchmates and all here, you wanted to impress them, I'm presuming. I'll tell you 2-3 things. One, I think what's important, extremely important for a program like this to succeed, is the political will. I mean, there are a lot of officers who start off their service wearing the rose-tinted glasses, saying, मैं दुनिया बदल दूंगा, मैं पूरा जो मेरा responsibility है, जो मुझे academy में सिखाया गया, पूरी तरह से उसको मतलब कामयाब करने में मैं दिलो जान लगा दूंगा. हर कोई ऐसे ही शुरुआत, हर किसी की शुरुआत ऐसे ही होती है. पर 2 साल बाद या 3 साल बाद you become a bit jaded. You're like, okay, nothing's going to change. The system is like this. हमारे सीनियर ऐसे हैं, हमारे सुपीरियर ऑफिसर ऐसे हैं और पॉलिटिशियन ऐसे हैं. इसको करके थोड़े दिन में हम लोग सभी लोग जेडेड हो जाते हैं. वी गिव अप और वी एटलीस्ट टेंड टू स्लैक. बट आई थिंक व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट, एज वाज पॉइंटेड आउट बाय आवर चीफ सेक्रेटरी, इज दैट ईच ऑफ अस विद इन आवर ओन realm of possibilities, within our own realm of influence, within our own sphere of influence, can affect a change. If private citizens, private individuals can affect a change without much support from the government, despite the government, in fact, if I have to say it, why can't we as people who run the government, why can't we as people who actually lead from the front or supposed to lead from the front, why can't we do it, in spite of whatever perceived or real obstacles there are? The commonality of purpose, the unison of thought is something that we can certainly think of and learn from others. And there is no need to reinvent the wheel. If a state like Telangana is doing well in a short span of 5 years, as CP Goyal ji has pointed out, why can't other states do it? Why can't we do it in our own little realms of possibilities and little realms of little domains of influence that we all have? If Telangana as a state can improve its green cover from 24 to 31.7% in toto, why can't we do it? Why can't other states do it? We set ourselves targets and we said we go aggressively against them. We can certainly make it happen. But what is more important is, as I was pointing out to your DG, a lot of us operate in silos. The IFS, the IAS, the IPS, each of our roles are cut out, the politicians, the public representatives. We all tend to operate with blinders, don't think about what's happening in the room next door or in the office next door. And we all tend to think that our job is important and what the other person's doing is not as important maybe. That kind of blinds us from this whole unison of purpose. I think that is the most important change. That is the most important message our Honorable Chief Minister has given us 7 days into his office in 2014. He brought a lot of us into the same room. Ministers who are responsible for urban development, ministers who are responsible for rural development, minister who is responsible for forest. Because these 3 departments, if we work together, are the key to success, the key to effecting a long-lasting change. He told us 2 things. He made a very passionate appeal. He said, this is not a program that is going to get me electoral dividends. A green drive, increasing green cover, typically हमें वोट नहीं देता. इसलिए बहुत सारे पॉलिटिशियन लोग उस पर ध्यान नहीं देते हैं. हम लोग हमेशा इस बात पे लगे रहते हैं कि कैपेक्स कैसे बिताया जाए, कैसे खर्च किया जाए, ताकि एक नया फ्लाईओवर बने, नया एक्सप्रेसवे बने, जिसको मैं दिखा सकूं और बोलूं कि ये हमारी तरक्की है, हमारी विकास है, एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. उन्होंने कहा हमसे कि आई एम नॉट थिंकिंग अबाउट द करंट जनरेशन, आई एम थिंकिंग अबाउट फ्यूचर जनरेशंस. His appeal was so passionate, we were all moved. He said a city like Hyderabad, which is one of the fastest growing cities in India, and he says it repeatedly, not once. He said with a lot of passion and with a lot of concern. उन्होंने कहा कि एक ऐसा भी दिन आएगा अगर हम अभी छोड़ देते हैं अगर हम परवाह नहीं करते हैं या लापरवाह हम रहते हैं, तो ऐसा एक दिन आएगा जब आपको एक 5 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर का जगह हैदराबाद में ढूंढ निकालना पड़ेगा और वहां पे जितने भी इमारत है उन सबको गिरा के आपको फॉरेस्ट वहां पे उगाना पड़ेगा, झाड़ उगाना पड़ेगा। ऐसा ना हो कि हम लोग ऑक्सीजन के लिए तड़पें, ऐसा ना हो। इट माइट साउंड अ बिट एक्सट्रीम, it might sound a bit extreme, it might sound a bit radical, but the fact is there is massive degradation all over the planet in spite of our commitments at COPs and other things. You know, one of the COP events was held in Hyderabad. For those of you who attended, when Dr. Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister, I think, back COP 11 happened right here in the city of Hyderabad. And each COP, there are resolutions.
It is my pleasure to hear and address for this wonderful program. As you all know, that Telangana is younger state within a short span of time. This state became a role model of the other states. Under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister Sri K. Chandrasekhar Rao Garu, with the visionary approach to taking development with environment concerned, the Honorable Chief Minister of Telangana Sri K. Chandrasekhar Rao Garu, Telangana state already implementing state flagship program Telangana Ku Haritaram to increase forest and tree over to 33%. Geographically area by way of planting of 130 crores seedlings outside forest area and planting and development 100 crores seedlings inside forest area through plantation and assisted national regeneration since 2015. As a part of the Telangana Ku Haritaram, Forest Department has also prepared forest regeneration action plan for all reserve forest blocks in the state, duly following Jangal Bachao, Jangal Badao. Most of the CAMPA funds are being utilized to protect and improve forest and wildlife with forestry activities to improve forest cover, biodiversity, carbon, land degradation, naturally and water, etc. With his visionary approach, political will, strong institutional arrangements for implementation and monitoring are already showing positive result to term of increase in the forest and tree cover. The second highest country as per the 2021 report and increase in carbon stock in the forest area in Telangana state. Urban forest parks are also being developed in urban area to protect valuable forest land and to provide lung space for the citizens. 53 parks are completed so far. As a part of response